Hello boys, how are you today? What was that? Well, that was the evolution of our code base in the old plan shift during 2008, 2009, 2010, which you can reproduce for any any SVN, I think, and maybe even Git, I don't know, but SVN subversion for sure. It reads the subversion data and it generates those nice graphs. Now, what we are doing today? Today we have a bit of an issue because actually I tested again the character creation and somehow I broke it. I broke it. Why I broke it? I think I know. So I think there is a regression. The regression is that in the insert with generic ID, which is this one, we are not removing the last comma for whatever reason. So we generate a query which is actually an impossible query, which is this one, right? And I don't know exactly why, but I mean, at the end, we need to fix it. So I'm trying to fix it and see what I did. And I'm trying to see if so it's not adding the comma for the first one. I don't know why. Yeah, because it's adding at the beginning. But for some reason, the last field field names, field values. I mean, field values I have. Field names I don't have. For some reason I have this number 3 times. 20, 45, 40. Why is this? I was trying to debug this because I think we have some issues here. X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. Location dot I think we have to redo it one more time, because for some reason there is a piece of code here which is not working properly. I'm getting the same number multiple times, which is not really good. I have X, Y, and Z. How is it possible that I get this multiple times? It's very strange. So when we save the character after the upload, there is something that is not working. There is something that is not working, and I'm trying to understand why, because I would like to move to something else, but race spawns, okay, this table, X, Y, and Z, and the Y rotation is 0. So yeah, so should be fine. Should be fine. Now, why is doing this mess? It's doing a mess. You see, it's failing on a query that it cannot actually insert this data into the database. So it's really failing, and I'm trying to understand why this is happening. I have my server running. Well, the server actually, I think I can keep it running, no? Let me try to compile it clean, but I think it's clean already. I don't think there is any issue with this. Hello, Maui. Did I greet you already? I don't remember. Let me try to launch it again clean. But basically, we are getting the same value twice, which is a bit weird considering here we have x, y, and z. We have. Wait a second though. There is something more I want to do. I want to default the sector to 3 and the instance to 0. I think that is what I want to default at the moment. Yes. 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 But it seems that, you know, this is not working as expected. So basically I cannot enter the game anymore. Because whenever I create a character or I use a character, the game doesn't let me go further. So I'm now debugging the part where I have where I create a character. Okay, so after the upload, because I just tested it now and it's not working anymore. So I don't know why, if I did something yesterday night or something, but I think it's a long time we don't test the character creation, and with all the changes that we did to the insertion queries, because we did a lot of changes there, with all the changes that we did to the player character and all of that, I think we really messed up something. We messed up something, I'm pretty sure, and I'm trying to figure out what did I mess up. So we have 4 characters here, so I need to delete one. Oh no, I didn't create it. Okay, perfect. So strange thing is that it happened only now. I mean, I'm using the same code since ever, so I don't know what is the problem. So these x, y, and z are now correct, so I see the proper values, right? But then when I try to execute this command is completely wrong. No, now it's correct. Why is correct now? Oh, yeah, no idea. Now seems correct. Okay. So I execute it, and now we should go into, right? You should insert the data in the database then. Let me check if it did it. Under characters, why was not correct before? I have no idea. Yes, it's inserted correct with the right location. Okay, now it is a bit better then. There is a bit better. Okay. It is kind of okay. So inserted the character properly with the right location. Now the client unfortunately timed it out. But it seems to me that now inserted it okay. Maybe it was not a clean compilation or something. So let's say, so it's this guy. If I click on play though, boom, everything explodes. Everything explodes. Where does it explode? On the client side? Yeah, I think it's the client that is exploding. Fuck, I cannot log in anymore, guys. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but something is not working anymore. Okay, fatal error. It is the client, right? Yeah, it is the client. So check connection, query. I still don't know why we have a wrong time. It says 1913, but it's 2114. It's like if he has a 2 hours time zone. but something very bad happens. We are on the client, because here we are on the client, boys, and he's trying to check the connection with the database. So definitely there is something not working here. Exec request character, pregame helper request character. So it seems that my client is trying to call this function when I click on play. Okay, why is that? Why is that? Let's check, because I think I merged the two functions, and those two functions that I merged were supposed to work differently. Client and server. Yeah, I don't know. Let's launch the editor and see what is going on. So when I click on play, what happens exactly? When I click on play, we break the character structure. Okay, we check if we are not selecting an empty character. Okay, then we call request character select. Request character select. Request character select. Yes, but sorry, this one is executed on server. Run on server reliable. Boys, do you understand that? Maybe it was not saved, I don't know. But it is run on server reliable, so this thing should be called server side. Then we take the controller and we take the pregame helper and we do request character, but all of this should be done server side. We are on the server here, boys. I don't understand what is the problem. And then we do this, okay, and we do character upload. And we call character uploaded. Character uploaded. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, the point is that that part of the code should never be on the client side. Should be on the server side. I think there is some mess here. Something is not working. Let me try again. But yeah, there is a piece of code that is trying to execute on the client while it should execute on the server. It's true that I renamed some of those functions, so maybe the engine is getting confused about that. Could be. Now I think I have 4 characters. Yeah, if I have 4 characters, I have to delete one. I relog after deleting the 4 characters, so now, as you can see, I have 3 characters only. So I create a new one. Random name and clan. Quake and night. Upload. Okay, let's see if that one is being created normally now in the database. But I think it should be fine. If not, it should give me an error. Wow. It's been created, but it's being created with position 0. Something fishy is going on here, boys. Something fishy is going on. I don't understand, but it seems that sometimes we are getting the right location, other times we are not getting the right location, completely random. Completely random. So if I try to log in with this guy, boom, fatal error. What the hell? Again. Closing connection. 1919. 1919. Yeah, he's again doing the same thing. I have no idea why he's doing this. Pre-game helper. Is pre-game helper always client side? I don't think so. Should we redo just that function in the editor because for some reason is not working? Maybe we should do that. Should just redo this function, this request character select, because for some reason this is not working. Let's delete it and redo it because it's not working. Should I call it differently so I'm sure that the engine is not messing up? Let's call it request char select, okay? So that I'm sure there is no confusion about one or the other. But I think that something very fishy is happening right now. Maybe I can add additional printouts. Okay, so now if I call character selection char request char select, okay. Okay, and here we should do character ID goes here and goes here, and this one connects here. So it is execute on server, right? Execute on server, and this character ID is coming from here. Yes. Okay. Compile and save. Maybe we should just print out something because so let's just print out something. Let's print request char select on client. So this one should be on client still, and then here maybe we need a bit more space, huh? And then here we are on the server side, so we can say print request server char on server. Okay. Okay. I mean, I hope we get it right because I don't know what else to test if that is going in the wrong. But I think it's mainly related to the fact that we have maybe we had a function that was called like another function, and the engine is getting confused. It happened to me already. That you have two functions with the same name, and the engine is confused. Okay, it's this guy. Let's click on play. Boom. Okay, so let's see what it does. So in the client it says request char select on server. That is on the client. I'm so confused now. Why is doing this? Request char select on server, right? And we are in the client side. It doesn't even print out this. Do I have another request char select somewhere? I don't think so. So we are here. We are calling this function. This function is going on the server side, and instead is not going to the server side, because I do run on server reliable, but this one is not running on the server. It's running on the client, boys. This printout is printed out on the client. What the fuck? Ah, I know why. Because I'm inside a widget. I'm inside a widget. The widget is always client side. Ah, stupid me. Okay. The widget, we should remember that we can only do RPC inside a player controller or player character, whatever, but not inside a widget. Okay. So that's why. Okay. We cannot call this here then. We have to call this one in player controller, for example, right? Yes, exactly. Ah, stupid me. So we can call it not in upload character, but we can call it in. Do we have another one about character creation? Let me search play. Let me search play. Unfortunately, play event begin play. Create widget on in player. No, we don't have. Okay, so we can just move it, I think, on the other side, and we'll be fine. We have to move it here. Now we just have to decide where to place it, but I think we can. Yeah, so by the way, I don't know why I decided to do this. Why I decided to have this in this place? No idea. This should definitely go on the other side, probably because I had all my information. Actually, I don't have all this information. I don't know why I did this here. It's pretty. I think I moved it a few days ago. I don't know, I don't know why, but it's not the right place. So let's do it right. So after I click on play, I have to call my Planesheet player controller. So this thing, this request character select, should go on player controller, right? So let's create a new event, and we call it request character. Actually, I mean, request character select is not the best name. It should be. I mean, here the player clicked on play, right? And we want to move the character into the world. So this is what we want to do. So we can say something like request move char to world, okay? Or maybe we can call it just click it on play. Request click on play. Maybe request click on play. Okay, so this one here, I think we can have. Can we have it already? Server side? Yes, I think we can. So this one I think can already be server side, and then all this stuff right? All this stuff, we remove it and we put it. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of space. We don't have a lot of space here. We don't have any space. Come on, why this one is not going into that? Okay. We have very little space here. Trying to make some space, but we need to fit something as big as this. Maybe I can move this delete character somewhere else. Ah, what happened? No. Okay. Yes, maybe I can move it like this. Okay, so here we can say request. We can gain some space by doing this. So request click on play, fine. This is running on the server side, so this one client doesn't exist anymore. And this one should just get my pregame helper. So get pregame helper. Okay, which we have. We don't need a controller anymore. And then at this point, we do something like request character. Yes. This one needs to have a new parameter, which is character ID. Character ID, which should be an integer, right? And this one should be connected to this. Now we can still have our printout for a second, just because we are still not sure it will work, but I think it should be fine now. So we do this, and on the other side, we just call this function request click on play. So from this, we request click on play, which is in our player controller. So here we should do get player controller, and we should just cast to plane shift player controller, and we should just call this here, and this here, and this here. Okay, fine. So we basically, from our window, from our widget here, we just go on the player controller side, right? We just go on the player controller side, and we call this function. It's fine. So now that we are on our player controller, I just have to pass in the character ID. Yeah? If I don't do it, it would never work. Okay, character ID. Okay, I passed it in. So hello to Hello Soup. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Spawns player in game. What I'm trying to fix the character creation, because actually I think I broke it some time ago. I don't know when, but it's a long time we don't create a new character, and it's broken now. So, but I'm fixing it again, because I think I changed something. I changed a lot of stuff actually in the basic classes that are managing players in the last 2 weeks or so, and I think that this is what made it, yeah, what broke it. So here we are server side. We request the character, and then we call this one, which is character uploaded. I don't know exactly why we call this, but character uploaded. We can just call direct, because we don't need. We can just call direct because now we are in the same. We are in player controller, so we can just do this, right? And then this one is just popping up a message. It's just setting the right input, and it's doing a bit of stuff. Okay, fine. So let's see if now at least we can log in again, because this is what I want. At least to be able to log in again. How is going for you guys? Still studying a lot, Soup? So let's just log in with any character and see, like this one. Well, we can even take the main cranny cran. Okay, I don't know what is this, but we are in. We get a kind of a weird message that we have to check, but at least we are in, and it seems that everything is working as expected. Now, why we received that big pop-up with error on it? I think it may be request click play, because actually there is an error message, you see. Result, pop-up message dialog. I mean, do we want this or not? I don't know if we want this really. Character uploaded. Do we want this message dialog? I think we should check. I mean, if the result is, depends what is the result, but if the result is negative, then yes, but if the result is not negative, why? Because we have two places where we call character uploaded. One where we are actually uploading the, so result I think it should be true, and we should just do a check. If it's true, we do nothing. We should do a branch on this. Let's do a branch, and if this is actually true, the result is okay. We just skip directly to here. While if it's not true, then we go here and we pop up the message, right? Which I think is, yeah, it's probably a better idea, right? Okay. So we don't want to pop up a message if the character is okay, because you will find yourself into the world anyway. So I think it's easier to do it like this. So now we can log in again, which is anyway interesting. What we want to do now is, I have to close the server as well. I want to validate that I can also create new characters properly, because okay, so that branch is fine. Now let's test the other branch, the character creation, which is a bit more complex because actually we are going through different parts of code, server side, client side. It's a bit of a mess. No problem. I was just asking you if you were still studying a lot, because I know you were studying. It was nothing important. Just chit chat. Okay, let's delete this character. Okay, you may argue that this is a bit big, eh? Yeah, I agree it's a bit big. Maybe we will fix it later on. So we create a new character, random name, and random things, and we do upload. So we create the character, I think, properly, but I think we don't get teleported in the right place. Like it happens when you click on play. Here we are not teleporting the character in the right place for whatever reason. We stay where we are, so we should check. Why. I mean, it seems that part of the code is not happening. This is the character we created. Let me try play. first of all, it's created in 0, 0, 0, as you can see. So we are in a pretty bad spot. There is the 0, 0, 0 of the world. This is the place that we checked the other day. So it's not getting the right coordinates, but it's, I mean, at least I would like to see this, you know. I would like to see that we get here. I don't know why this camera is so freaking insanely on me, but so I cannot look around, but I think it's just because I'm inside an object or something. So the problem is that we are not getting transferred to the main world, right? We are not. So let's just analyze what happens when I click play and when I create a character, because probably it's not the same thing happening. So when I click play, what do? We check the character entry. Okay, we check if it's a valid character ID. Then we call request click on play, which I just created a second ago. We call server side request character. Then request character. Then we call character uploaded, which is going here and is destroying the previous actor, setting the game input UI, and is deleting a bunch of windows that we have in our face, right? But then it's doing nothing else. So the main piece is this request character, right? That is the main part. It's calling server side request character. Now let's see what our upload is doing. When I click on upload, which is, where is it? Is in the character creation quick. When I click on this button, you are saying it's sent you the tutorial, but his location is 0. No, at the moment we are completely ignoring the location, so the sector at least. But no, I think we are missing something. So when I click on upload, I don't know exactly what it's doing here, but it's doing a bunch of, it's collecting all the information from the screen. Yeah, this is what it's doing, and it's calling upload character. Okay, fine. Upload character is going server side, and it's creating my character, and then it's calling character uploaded. Okay, so what we are missing is the call to request character, which I think we are doing inside upload character. Let me check. Upload character on player controller. So on player controller, upload character is here, right? And yes, and request character is here. So so why is not doing the same thing? Because handle upload message, why is not doing the same thing? Let me see what the server is. Well, it is on the server side. Yes, it's on the server side. So handle upload message, character ID. So this one should, in theory, do we have the server log just to see what is happening? Because I think this one is the server log, and we so our last guy is called Elachirie Kunarei. Elachirie. Let me see if it's the last character that we created. Yes, this is the last character we created. It is. So this guy. So in the log seems that it does the creation. Is checking the player name. Is creating these items. Is saying player creation complete. Right? Is saying player creation complete, which in our code is probably inside upload message. Let me see, where is this? Character creation complete is here after it does the save on the database. Then then here is doing something a bit special. Is removing the character from the cache. I don't know if this is what is messing us up, because he's trying to remove this guy from the cache. Then we set the character ID. We return true as a result of this function. And then do we do anything else? Then if not, verify, remove the character data from the cache. We are doing a lot of cache removal, which I think is maybe what is messing up with us, because we are doing a lot of cache removal. And then what we're doing, we are, so after this player creation complete, in theory we should call the other function, which is the create, right? The oops, what happened? These things went out. We are calling pregame helper request character, right? So they should print out this though. Server side request character ID. Do you see this? I see. Server side request character ID 143. Okay, so that is actually seems that is correct. This seems to be correct. Iterate over all the characters. It finds the guy. Should say character found. Does it say character found? I don't see it. Are we messing up something here? Because the character ID seems to be okay, but maybe we're not finding anything here. What is this character list item? Character list, TRA character list. Ah, I understand. This one is the list of characters that we have loaded into the window. Now, obviously, it is not gonna work because we don't have this character in our list of characters yet in the window, because we just created it. So it is probably just returning false. It's just finishing here. It's just finishing here. Should I add this character before? And yes, I think this is what I should do. I should add this character to my list. Let me understand how this works, because I think we are just missing that step. Select Yeah, it's this one. Is this request character list? So we do the same, or we refresh it, or we just pass a flag and we skip it. We just skip that check. Actually, the check is an important check because it's checking that we are not passing in a random character ID, you know, so that we can actually load into another character that maybe is not even belonging to our account if we are trying to cheat the server. Hello, Ami. Welcome. So we should ensure that we still have the check. Now, is it better to call again this function to refresh the character list? Probably yes. Probably that's the simplest way. Probably this is the simplest way. Just to call this function. I don't know if I can call this function directly though. Request character server list. Is this guy replicated? Char list item character list. Probably this one is replicated, huh? Yes. Replicated using unwrap just list. Yeah, this one is replicated. Okay, fine. I think that's good. I think that's good. We just need to put this function in another function that we can call server side, and then we are fine. So because this one is refreshing the characters that you have on your account. I'm just thinking if I should make this just a normal call. Request char list. Request char list. This is pretty weird how it's done because it's done in the old way, in the very old way. We are now not doing this anymore. We are doing it request char list. There it is, request char list. It's called from this, so from the select widget there is this request char list that is getting called. The good part is that this way you can call it directly from the widget. I see. That's not bad. It's not bad. We can do this. The easiest is just to move this code to another function which is called populate something, which is called upregame helper. Okay. And then we call it populate char list, something like that. Okay. And this one is doing nothing else than the same code. Right? With the difference that now we can call it from two places. One we can call it from here, which is from the blueprint, and the other we can call it, so pregame helper populate char list. I think this is the easiest. I don't know if it's the cleanest, but definitely is the easiest. Pregame helpers.h. Yes. Request char list. So in addition to this one, we also have our void populate char list. With this one, which will not be a U function. We don't care about that. We can just call it directly. And this one we call this one. Okay, fine. And now in our request character, in our where is it? In our upload character, yes, create a new character. Here we can say refreshes the list of characters owned by display, and here we call our populate chart list. The only point is that we have to call it on our pregame helper. And then we finally load the character in game, which at this point will have the list populated properly, right? Okay, I think this is better. I think that is probably going to work. This is the reason why we were not, so he couldn't load the character because he was relying on a list that was not updated. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. Okay. Oh wow! We did. No, we need a hot reload. I don't want a hot reload, please. Just compile it normally. If you are registered in Google, you should be able to chat. You should see in the top right, your icon and your name, whatever. And I don't think you need to create a channel. I think you just need to be signed in. I'm pretty sure, but it says create a channel to join the chat. Really? No, I don't believe it. I mean, someone said the same actually. Someone said the same that you said, but other people said no, so I don't know, guys. Let's ask this guy, Soup or Maui or Hemi. There is a guy that wants to join the chat, but for some reason is saying that YouTube is telling him to create a channel before he can join the chat. Did you have the same problem? Or are you just registered in Google and you can chat? I don't know. Can you check that? Can you see? Can you tell how it was for you? Because it seems that this guy cannot join. It's a pity. You need to be registered to chat. Try to go on. Try to go, because I think we are also on YouTube Gaming, right? If you go on YouTube Gaming and you search for Unreal Engine, it should be us somewhere. No? Unreal Engine 4? It should be live here somewhere. We are not here? Oh yes, here I am. Okay, live. So if you go here, try to go to this address. Try to go to YouTube Gaming. So if you go here, try to go. Oh my god! Now I'm seeing a screen inside on the screen, inside on the screen, inside on the screen forever. Try to go. Wait, tell me I'm not signed in. By the way, I don't know if we should. I mean, are we in both sides, right? We are on YouTube Gaming, and at the same time we are in regular YouTube, right? I think we are. So we are on both sides. If you click there on YouTube Gaming, you should see this thing, and I see some participants, Hemi, Maui, and myself, and I don't know, I can say hi from here. I don't know if it's different saying hi from here than from the other side. No, I think it's exactly the same. I don't know what you have here at the bottom. You have a number of other thing is you can say that you like the channel. Yeah, I like the channel. And you can, I don't know, do other stuff. And if you are logged in, try to on gaming, on the gaming side, and I think it should be maybe easier. And because on the gaming maybe it doesn't ask you to register a channel. You lazy, eh? You lazy. But you should reach it also on the other side. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. We can. So we recompile this, right? Yes, we recompile this. Okay, I clean that. Now I want to relaunch my server and client. Recompile this. I mean, if he asks you also to register a channel on YouTube Gaming, there is something not working for sure. I mean, there is something weird if he says that. I would say YouTube is not really, let's say, the primary streaming channel or site. You know, I think Twitch is more popular these days. The only problem I have with Twitch is that it doesn't register your videos immediately. It asks you to have a lot of followers, a lot of people joining the channel, a lot of viewers before it register your videos, and meaning that we will lose all our videos. You know, while here we have, you know, we have the ability to register all the video immediately. So that's why we are on this side. Does it tell you the same there, or is it any better? Let me try to delete this. Log out. Boom. I just don't know if it will finish in 000. Probably yes. I think the location is still a bit fucked up, but we will see. So we create a new character. This character is named Salalok. Salalok. Yes, we go in 000, but at least we are in the world now. Okay, so at least it worked properly. It's just the position of the character which is bad, but I think we can sort that out. Okay, it's just the position that is not correct. Let me check on the database. I think we do a double save or something. I think we do a kind of a double save. Yeah, he has 000. In the database, he has 0 as the location. It doesn't get the right location registered into the database. So that's why. That's why. I don't know if you want to sort this out now. Maybe, you know, we can sort this out another day. I don't know. What do you think? Should we fix this, or we just don't give a shit and we do something else? Like, I wanted to do some of the weather system. By the way, this line is getting saved every 30 seconds. So in few seconds from now, what I did is I changed this value. Will be overwritten by the. Let me see if it is overwritten, but I think it is. For now, no, it stays like that. I should save the character though. Yeah, it's overridden now. Yeah. So after 30 seconds, the position is saved again. Okay, why we're not passing in the right position? That's a good point. But now the system is working at least, which is good. I don't know if we are messing up during the upload, or if we are messing up during the request character, but we are messing up in one of these two. So maybe we can print out just for to be sure, we can print out here our position. So the position is defined exactly here, X, Y, and Z. So we can have a printout here. Why not? Let me just search a printout like this one. Yes. And we can print out our location. So we can go into log. Well, assuming that this set location is working properly, but I guess it is. I guess it is. There is a lot of code running here. Maybe we can debug this and see. Maybe it's quicker if we just do a debug of that and see what's it. Yeah, maybe it's easier. Maybe it's easier. Let's do this. Let's just revert this. Let me revert this. And we just run it in debug mode and see what happens. That's much quicker than just trying to figure it out by prints out. Right? Let's just run it. Why there is no default location when create character? Well, actually the default location is coming from a table which is called race spawns, which is defining the spawning point of all the races. Because maybe you want to have, I don't know, Kren spawning in their own city and Kidokai spawning in their own city and such, right? So you have it in this table. At the moment I populated the whole table, as you can see, with the same value, so that every race is spawning in the same place, which is, by the way, in the middle of the plaza in the new coordinate system. So the server is actually reading this when we create a character. Now I place the breakpoint, we will see what happens, right? But the server should be doing that. Should be reading the race spawn table and spawn the character at that location. Now I don't know if something weird happens after that. Could be. Could be that something is happening inside this set location. I think we need to put a breakpoint here maybe as well, so that we are sure that we get. Oh, it is already a breakpoint. Let me save it. Yeah, I placed the breakpoint already here. Oh, no, sorry, is not the right. Is here. Okay. Here we should check what is happening inside of this function as well. Okay. So let's log in. We have to delete a character because we have the maximum of 4. And let's delete this one. At the moment I have to log out and log in again to see the new updated list of characters, but we can change it later on. For now it's okay. So I create a new character. This one will be called Rivenel. No, Rinevel, whatever. The random generator. So we go on quick. We select this one. No, let's select always this one and upload. Right now, let's see what are our values. If I execute this one, our values are correct. Then if I execute this one, let me check. Lock 0, lock X. Actually, What is going on? Why log X is the same as log Z? Oh, there is something weird. It's like there are some, I don't know if it's the debugger which is messing up, but selected location, race starting location, selected location. Is randomizing something. Anyway, it's pretty weird. It seems that we have X and Z with X and Z with this, you see they have the same thing. But anyway, apart from that, is going here, is setting the location. Now our location is a bit weird, but seems to be okay. Then it checks if you have to save it. It decides not to save it. Because the sector is null. But anyway, it decides not to save it, which is fine for us. Then it goes through the whole freaking creation. Then here is where I think we are saving the data, right? New character data. We are creating new character data. And here we are executing a command. This command should go to the database. And yes, it's setting our location to 204, 317, 204. So actually, this should go into the database in the proper way. So maybe it's overridden after that. I don't know. Let me check characters. If you check characters now, we have Reneval, and Reneval has those values. 2, 4, 50, whatever. He has these values. I don't know why the third one is identical to the first one, but it should not be. But anyway, he has these three values. He has these three values. So I want to see what happens after this. So it is returning true. It is going on. It's clearing the traits. It's doing this. It's doing that. Is, I don't know. It's doing other stuff. It's doing this. It's doing this. It's saving the skills. Let me see if it changed the database in one of these saves. No, the database is still populated properly, if you can call that properly. And then it's going here, is doing some other stuff. It's recalculating the stats. Here is saving the character data again. Here is saving the data again. Let me see my location. Character data location. Is it okay? Where is it? There is a spawn location and there is a location. Yeah, location seems to be fine. It's the same as I have, so let's go in, but I think this should save it again proper. It's doing a bunch of stuff, boys. Okay, let's see the query. If the query is now, let me see if the query, because it's trying to save again the character. I just want to say, it is 0, 0, 0, huh? It is where it's mess up the things. No, this is not correct. So here is where is putting everything to 0. So it's checking position. This position, what is it? Character data. Why is not taking it from the character data? I don't understand. Character data, get actor location. This may be a change that I did. This may be a change that I did. Let me search the old code, but I think there is a change that I did for something else and I messed up. I think I messed up. So only pets and players save location information. Okay. Here we are inside save character data, right? And here we are in a new code inside save character data. So it's exactly the same thing. For some reason here I decided to take character data, get actor location, which get the location of the root component of this actor. No, this will never work because this actor doesn't exist in game yet. So this will never work. But why? I mean, it's a bit weird that in the old, if you look at the old code, we had a position 000 here. And then we say we want to save the last reported location. Get last location. I think I changed completely this thing, you know. I don't know what is this get last what this get last location is doing. Last location dot position. Yeah, but the last location I think we not have in our case. Last location. Do we have a last location in our character data? I don't know. Let me try to say last location. No. What is the name? Last location like this. No. Last location doesn't exist. Get last location. I think here we have a bit of a mess on the mix between the new and the old, you know, between the old and the new code. This last location actually is something I never checked. So what should we do? We should because this one is for sure is not correct. This one for sure is not correct. At least it's not correct in the character creation. It's obviously correct when the character moves around the world because it's getting the position of this character and is storing it. But at the moment, this character doesn't have a location yet. Or I move the character before doing this. Yeah, maybe that's the solution, right? So if I can move, where I'm moving the character actually, I have no idea where I'm moving the character. Where am I moving this guy? So where is the actual code that is moving? That is, I think it's the spawn, right? Is when we spawn this, because here we only do new object. We have no spawning yet. Wow, there is a lot of code here. A lot of code, my friend. Because this is only doing the upload. It is only doing the upload. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we let it go. We let it do whatever it has to do. Because it is only the upload of the character. But, no, but I would like in the upload to have the right location set. Yes, I would like to have the right location set anyway. But how was this working previously? I think we were using this last location, huh? And this last location was getting the right position. How to solve this, boys? How to solve this last location? Because this one was generated by the previous code, which was done completely for movement, was completely different. So we cannot rely on any of the old code. No way. So our character here is not yet into the. So maybe we can just pass a parameter, you know, which is excluding the location. Because there are two cases. I save my character and the character is already in game, or I save my character during the character creation. And I think that those are two different, you know, two different paths. And we are mixing them at the moment. We are in this handle upload. At a certain point, we are saving the first time correct, and then we are overriding the second time. Because it's this one, you see, get starting location. This one is correct, but then unfortunately set location in the world. Can I set the location of Unreal of this thing? Because maybe, I mean, this one is an APS character, right? So being an APS character, maybe here I can do something like chart data and then set actor location, right? And then we can set it properly already. Yeah, let's do this. And so when it's saved, I think it's saved properly. Let's do a factor of these three guys. Because if we do it here, didn't I delete this already a few minutes ago? I feel like I'm doing the same thing twice. I don't know. Did I revert it? That's why. I reverted maybe? I don't know. I have the feeling, I have the deja vu that I already removed the you fix me set location, but I'm searching on all the open documents. No, it's only here. Okay. GG. Let's do this. Let's check the actor location this way. I don't know exactly what happens in the Unreal Engine, but I think it should be okay. Because the character is not spawned yet. I hope this one is just checking if he has a root component, which we should have. Then he's doing this move component, but I don't know if this is failing. This may fail because the actor is not spawned yet, but let's see. Let's see if he's setting it properly, okay? That is the easiest solution that comes to my mind. Then the harder solution is to fork somehow the code there where we do the save of the character and detect when we are doing the save for the upload and when we are doing the save just randomly when we are already in game. But I don't really like much. Did you manage to enter tone or not? I'm very interested to know if the same issue, I mean other people may have the same issue, that's why I'm asking. Because maybe other people want to chat and they cannot and they don't know how to do it, you know, they don't know how to fix it. and so I'm interested to know how you, I mean, if you manage to do it or not. Okay. So now I think we can just execute it without breakpoints or anything and just see if it works, right? Because if we are lucky, if that function of set location works also before the object is spawned, then everything should be fine now. If it doesn't work, means that we have to, I don't know, we have to do something different. We have to think about it more. So let's delete this character. Log out, log in. I mean, at the beginning will be enough like this, and then we will see. Okay, this character will be called Rurulsen. Rurulsen. It's still in 000. Wow! It's actually... Oh my god, we are flying. Look at where we are, boys. Look at where... Well, for sure we are not in 000. We are super, super, super high. We are like in a parachute, you know, going down. It seems to me that X and Y are correct. It's just the Z which is completely fucked up. I mean, it could be the way to enter the game, you know, it's like Battle Royale when you start from the top. Boom! No fall damage implemented yet. Huh? You're very happy about that. No fall damage. So, it seems that the X and Y are correct, it's just the Z which is completely fucked up. Like, completely. Which was the one that I was seeing actually when I was looking at the database. I was seeing a Z. Now it's correct because we just landed. But the Z was very, very, very bad. I mean, it was completely... Why is so bad? So there is still a bug somewhere in the database, okay? But I think we don't care at the moment. I can debug it off stream. I think it's just that the Z, for some reason, is not assigned properly. I have no idea why. Did I copy paste into my database the right values? Let me check. Maybe I have it wrong. I have it wrong here, boys. Look at this. I have it wrong here. So the code is working properly now. So it's solved. You think it was not solved, huh? You think it was not solved, and it is. Okay. So we just have to update respawn set whatever z equal to this. Right? Yeah, it's not allowing me to do it here. I have to do it in my SQL. You didn't see it, huh? I didn't see it, but you didn't see it as well. Okay, now the Z is correct. So we can try. I mean, it was fun to fly in. I mean, it's very nice to fly from the top. I really liked it. Maybe we should do it again. I don't know. But I think now is okay. So it actually worked. Now it actually worked, my friends. Yeah, Fortnite. Yeah, I play Fortnite. It's pretty fun, but you need some practice. You know, you need very good reflexes. It's a tough game. I tried a few times, but I never arrived more than level whatever, more than rank like 20, I think, or so. I don't remember, but I played a few times, so it's pretty tough. I mean, we can play some games if you want as well on stream, but the main purpose of the stream is not to play games, actually, is to do this game, to make our own game, you know? Is to make our own game, boys. So, okay, so now it's correct. Let me just refresh this and you will see that it's correct. You didn't notice, huh? You didn't notice. There were two numbers, they were the same. So now we can, do you want to do it one more time just to be 100% sure? Okay, let's do it one more time. That's because you really want to know, huh? Okay. It's fine. We can do it one more time. And then we can check at the weather system, which we wanted to do already the other day, but then we got diverted as usual. Well, at least now you can create a character and upload it and enter into the game in one shot, while before you had to create a character, then log out, and then log in again, and then click on play. Right? At least now is one single run. You just click on play. No, you just click on upload, and it does anything for you. And it does everything for you. Okay, so look at that. Boom! 1 second. Character created. Database updated. In game. Look at this. Look at this. You couldn't believe it, huh? You couldn't believe it. It's fixed. It's fixed, boys. Okay. So this is working okay. This is working okay. Can I jump on this thing? I can! I can. Where I can go from here? I can go there. I'm not sure. Yes, I can. I'm on this ledge. Where can I go from here? Nowhere. I'm stuck forever. I'm stuck forever here. Well, I don't know what we find here though. I'm on this border. I'm on this ledge. Somehow. Okay. Okay, so we did this, very good. Before messing up with the code more, I think what we can do, we can just check in what we did, right? Why not? So that we have it check it in. Commit. Wow, a lot of changes. What did we do? Well, actually, we changed the character creation to upload the character and enter the game in one shot. That's the main change that we did, I think. Yes, that's I think the only change that we did. Did we do anything else? Did we fix anything? Okay, we changed just this default, but I think it's just not a problem. What else did we do? We changed. Yes, I removed a lot of debug stuff because there was really a lot of printouts, and I removed a lot of printouts. Broadcast. We didn't check this in already. We didn't check this in yesterday. Really? We didn't check it in. Let me check because there are still the changes for the progression update. I know I didn't because the last check-in is of Saturday and not Sunday. Okay, so we did a bit more than that. We fixed. Okay, so if we include the stuff that we did on Sunday, we fixed the continuous updates of the player stats. The server is now checking every second if it needs to send new stats. And then we also fixed the event manager push event, which is now not removing, well, is now properly removing the events controlled garbage collector. Yeah, because we had an issue where the engine was trying to remove from memory some events, and we didn't execute those events yet. I mean, it's a long story, but if you watch the video of Sunday, you will figure it out. So we did that as well. Then what else we did? Maybe we did more stuff. Yeah, it is all about the regeneration of the stats. Yeah, it is all about the regeneration. I don't know if we did more. I think we did all of this. And server vitals and character loader. Maybe we also fixed some other stuff. No, I think it's okay. Okay, let's check this in. All of this stuff. Boom. Into SVN. Boom. Okay, done. So now we can mess up with the code again, and we are safe. We are safe to do it. This thing will update soon. That is the SVN cache. That takes a bit of time. Okay, updated now. So now it's all green. Good. So what do we want to do next? We wanted to mess up a bit with the weather system, right? We wanted to mess up with the weather system. Yes. We wanted to mess up with that. We should first understand how it works, though. Let me do something. Let me try to add a kind of a timer that just cycles through, or even simpler. Maybe we can do like 1 minute of each weather. I don't know, something like that. Let me do this, because we have some weather set up already that Cyborg made some weeks ago that we never used. At the moment we just say let it rain, because it's just raining. We just connected the rain one, but actually we want to be able to connect the other ones as well. And if I remember well, the code was inside the skybox, so we can close this and close this. Was inside the skybox. The skybox, where was the skybox? Was inside maps. I have no idea. Let me search here for sky and we'll find it out. BP sky, there it is. It's under game world content weather. Okay, game world content weather. Okay, yeah, it's inside of this. Okay, nice. So this blueprint is pretty smart already, because yes, this thing, yes. Now what we can do, there isn't the begin play, right? Yes. What is this start? I'm trying to understand if it's already set up in a way that we can call this start. Self through destroy actor. What is this? Activate ambience is dedicated. If he's on the server side, he's not doing anything. Okay, it's fine. Now I think what I want to do, I want to, can I rename this start sky BP? I want to rename this start sky BP because I want to see if in any other place everywhere It is getting cold. No, it's only so this one actually is not getting called by anyone. I'm a bit surprised by that. There it is. There is someone calling it actually. On clicked button 300 start sky BP. Okay, I don't know what is this, but there is a button 300 which is oh, look at this. In the settings there is a settings which is actually already connected to this. Oh, nice. So we have nothing to do, just clicking on buttons. Oh, very nice. Clicked on button clear, get actor of class. Just trying to understand. What is this button 300 by the way? Button 300. Where we have a button 300? Why it doesn't have a name? Oh, it's this one. Just a random button in the UI, in the settings. Okay, but I think we can execute it already without too much trouble. We don't have to code anything. So we can test some weather. I think it was already done this way to test the weather changes. Weather changes, boys. Okay. Let's go in with our main character. Boom. Still get some yellow thing this way. Okay, so if I go under settings, and can I move this window? And I click on clear. Let's try clear. And I click on clear. Boom. Wow. Okay. That was easy. It's very, very clear. Even too clear. I mean, it's like, I think I like a bit of fog. Always, you know. I mean, clear like this looks like fake, you know. Looks like it's not real. While with a bit of fog, so we have this, then we have overcast. So I have no idea what is it. I think it's a bit of fog, because I think it became a bit. Let's switch between clear and overcast. So this is clear. This is overcast. Yeah, it looks like the light is changing a bit. I think the light is changing a bit. Then we have fog. Holy shit, the fog. Well, I would say a lot of fog. I would say really much fog. That's a lot of fog, boys. If you are here, it gives you the impression that there is no fog inside this building, you know? I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems that the fog is only there. Because like if I'm here, I feel there is a bit of fog on me. But if I go inside of this, yeah, there is no fog here for sure. Yes, there is no fog here for some reason. Which is pretty cool. I think it's the same check that is done for the rain. So the rain doesn't go where you have a roof, you know. Okay, fog we tested. Now let's try rainstorm. Rainstorm. There is the one that we had until today. So we had we had this rainstorm on until today, so it was always like this. And as you can see, if you go in a place that has a roof, it's not raining there. So if I go here, you see there is no rain. There is no rain here, but I see the rain outside. Which is pretty cool, by the way. I see the rain outside and I'm in a safe place, you know, I have a sense of being safe. And overcast is slightly clouded. Okay, didn't know that. And then we have the last one, which is thunderstorm. I think we tested it yesterday. Thunderstorm has no fog at the moment, and I think the sound of thunder. It should have the sound of thunder. Let's just wait a bit. I see the lightning. There is no sound. I saw the lightning, but no sound. I think it was working yesterday. Now I hear it. Yeah, now I hear it. I think it's very low frequency, which I think is good. So it's not, you know, having one thunder every 10 seconds. So it's very low frequency. It's like one every 2 or 3 minutes. It's kind of random, so I think it's very nice. I think it's very nice. Okay, then what else we have here? Here we also have this. There's another thunder. Here we have this one, time 0 to 1, where 0.5 is midday. Does it work? Like if I do 1, does it do anything? Holy shit! Look at this! It's not exactly night, but I mean it's kind of night. So I type 1, and that 1 should be the middle of the night, right? And this should be the place where. Holy fuck! This thunder was pretty loud. Maybe at night we can see the lightning better, right? Can we? Holy shit, yes. You see it very, very clearly at night. You see it very, very clearly. Okay, so 1 is middle of the night. Now 0.5 is middle of the day. I think it's pretty cool already. So we just have to make this cycle and maybe randomize a bit. Oh my god, this one was huge. The tempo we got down. This one was insanely strong. Oh shit. Like Okay. Um, so maybe we can do, you know, we can do a mix. Overcast. So clear is like this. Okay, so the sky is really blue. Overcast is like this. So the sky is half and half, you know, is a bit more gray tone. Which overall I think I like it more, but so we can make the only problem I see of this is that I think is global, you know, this setting is absolutely global. Do you think the sky is moving with us or the sky is standing still? In other words, if I go like at the end of the world this way, will I find the end of the sky or I have no idea. But I don't know if it's already dynamic, you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I can test it really. Yeah, there is a collision detection. Some of these objects have a very weird collision, so I'm like sliding on them, but I know why. I know why already. Okay. So basically, we can randomize these effects. I don't know, every day. I mean in game day, or every. Yeah, the thunder is part of the weather. Yes, thunder is part of the weather, and yes, it comes only if you click on rainstorm at the moment. It makes these settings where you have some rain and thunder as well. No, sorry, not this one. Thunderstorm. Yeah, this one. But we could do a mix. You know, you could do a mix which is different from time to time and is deciding like the amount of rain, is deciding the overcast, is deciding the fog. You know, it can be a mix of all these parameters randomized, which I think is the best. So every time you will have a slightly different situation. You know, it will never be exactly the same. So maybe we'll never use clear, but it can be a case when it's clear, but I think it would be very rare, like probably never. Right? I don't think we should have a clear. You know, there is no way for me to go up in the city because for some reason the collision detection of these objects is a bit fucked up, and so I cannot go upstairs like this one. I cannot go up, let me see. Or I implement something to fly, or I cannot go up. Also here I think I cannot go up, yeah. But I would like to see the rest of the city, but yeah, I mean I can change the spawning point. That I can do. Also here I cannot jump on top of this. And here there is a very weird white thingy. I don't know why it's like this. I have no idea. I think it's a problem with the import. When we imported this, something went wrong. I need to find a way to go to the upper part of the city, but maybe the only way is to set my spawn point, you know. Or if I jump on this house, no. cannot go here, for example. There is some weird collision that is preventing me to go there. I think I can flag the items as I mean, to collide in a better way, because the collision box is generated by Unreal automatically, I think, at the moment, but it's generated with a stupid setting, so which is very good for performances, but it's very bad for details. So you don't have really good details. I can go on top of this house, though, boys. I can go on top of this house. I think we found a way. We found a way from here where we can go. We can go. Where we can go from here? Well, if I could jump on top of this, then maybe there is a chance. I did it, but now I'm the other side. If I could jump on top of this, maybe I can jump on the other house and then trick the collision detection somehow. Can I jump on this one? Yes, I can. Now that I'm here, though, now this part doesn't really help me. I will let you go. I will let you go up there, you know, where there is the windowless tower. Where there is the big tower, I would like to go there somehow. Yes, yes, I know the options, right? Yes, I know the simple as complex or complex as simple, whatever it is. Yes, I know that one. And I think it's already set like this in some of these objects. Maybe not on all of them. Well, actually, if you can get on top of this one, no. If we can get on top of this one, maybe we can get on top of that one. It is a tricky one, huh? Can we reach it, boys? No, we couldn't. We couldn't. We were pretty high, though. We were very high. Failure. Didn't work. This way didn't work. Anyway, what I was saying is that, because I think if we reach this thing, then we can jump here, and yeah, we definitely need to go on top of this house. If we go on top of that house, I think we are in a good place. Let me try to use this thing, this chimney, to push me up. Kind of sliding down. And it seems I cannot do it. I think I can enable cheats. You know that in Unreal there is a menu for cheats, so that you can. No, it doesn't jump when it's flying. So okay, we give up. We just give up from this side. Yeah, the stair works, but they have a stupid collision detection, so I cannot really. I cannot jump on those. I know it seems stupid, but it's the way it is. If this thing was just a bit less steepy, I could go up. This thing is present actually, but I think it's closed in the middle. No? What is this going? It's going anywhere? Oh, I cannot go through. I cannot go through because there is the portal. Here there was the old portal which was bringing me to the other area with the loading, you know? Now I'm fucked! Now I'm fucked, I'm in the labyrinth, I will never exit from this place. That portal was one side only. I enter from here. I enter from here and now I cannot exit. Help me. I'm stuck here forever. I'm stuck here forever, boys. There's no way. And my character position is saved. I'm dead here, inside this thing. Okay. Cannot go anywhere. Cannot go anywhere. I'm stuck here. Okay, So we can randomize maybe these parameters of the weather, no? And let me see how they are done, and we try to tweak this, okay? And we try to tweak this because actually I don't want to have presets. I want to have parameters that I can tweak, and I don't want to have a clear preset, an overcast preset, a rainstorm preset. I don't want to have that. I want to have like a fog parameter that I can move from 0 to 1 and makes it more dense or less dense. Yeah, I think it's already like this. Look at this. Set target weather. So fog is just setting fog density to, what is time? Time. Dense fog. 0.5. Is 0.5 everywhere? I don't know why. What is doing with this time? Let's check it. Set target weather. Set target weather is doing a bunch of stuff. Set array element, target array, B. Set fog density. Okay, anyway, it's creating an array of stuff. And it's creating an array of stuff with all the parameters. So actually this sets the time. What is the time doing? Time is put into these parameters as well. Then there is an interpolate weather. Interpolate weather for each loop, array of element A. I don't know, this is doing some crazy stuff, boys. Some crazy stuff. Apply 1, apply 2, apply 3. Set particle spawn rate on rain. Okay, nice. Yeah, but it's getting everything from that array, so I think it's cool. I think it's cool. We can just change that array and we can do whatever we want. Let's do this. So let's do this. When we start our event, I want this set target weather, right? I want, so event begin play, okay, goes to rain, and that's fine. And it's doing this, and set timer by function name, apply weather settings. This thing is actually changing every second. No, it's actually applying the settings every second for some reason. Apply weather settings. I'm trying to understand how it works. Huh? Actually, I don't see an apply weather settings here. Do you see it? I don't see it. It's a function name. Let me search for it. Okay, it's here. It's an event. Here it is. Apply weather setting is interpolating weather, apply 1, delay, random float, apply 2, lightning, apply 3. I don't know, it's doing some strange stuff, but probably because it's trying to not to keep it, not to do it always the same way, right? Yes. Is applying a random float, apply 1. Please apply 1 doing. Rain scene captured to the set for color and density. Divided by 2. Time. Skylight. Hmm. I think he has a kind of a fade in and fade out kind of concept, and I think it is what he's doing here, so that the apply 1, 2, and 3, whatever, are just fading between, interpolating between one condition and the other to avoid having a kind of an immediate change, you know. What are you saying, guys? Can't you edit your position in the database? Well, yes, I can. Yes, as I was joking, I can obviously save myself. What happens when you press the key? It opens a console, I think. If I press it in game, it opens the console, and from the console, I think it's not that key, but it's the yeah, it's that key. It's that key. Yeah, it's that. It opens a console, and in the console you can type commands. I think it is disabled in the release version, right? So when you will get the game, that console will not be there, but is enabled when you are developing. So if I launch the client now, I will see that. We can test it. We can test it after, and you can have commands like I think you can also enable cheats. I will enable cheats, by the way, to fly and to do things like this. Let me check project setting. I remember there was a cheat panel. No, cheat. No, it was not called cheat. It was called like something else, like developer, like developer mode, or I think there was a way to, like, if I want to fly. No? I think there is a way. I don't know. Maybe you can search it. You can search it on the web, but cheat enabled? No. I think there was a way. In the console, anyway, you can do quite a bit. In the console, you can do quite some stuff. There are some commands you can give. So okay, let's try to do some random effects, right? So I want when my thingy is starting, when he finished all his job, which is basically here, I want it to start. Let's put it down here somewhere. I want to set a timer by event. I think event is okay. No, by function. What is this one? This one is by function. Yes, by function. I want to set a timer by function, and this function will be called random weather. This function will be called random weather, and this function will take our set target weather something. So I get it from here. So I just need to connect this. It's super small, so I cannot do it. This to this. Okay. And then I want to take one of these things. So this one will be called in a loop every 30 seconds, let's say. Okay, 30 seconds I think is okay, right? Let's do every 30 seconds. And the function name is random weather. Right? Is random weather. Okay. And this random weather, what is doing is, yes, I know, it's open, I know. What this function is doing is to set a bunch of stuff. So is it from 0 to 1? Everything is from 0 to 1? I hope so. I mean, if everyone is from 0 to 1, it's very nice. We can do random. I think there is a random, right? What is random? Is math, random, get, random number. There is a math, I think. Random integer. Yeah. No, random float. Random float. There it is. There it is, boys. Very simple. Boom. Look at this. Look at this, my friends. Okay, so wind, strength, lightning, frequency, thunder frequency, cloud density, rain frequency. I just don't know what is time. Time, I have no idea what is it. Time. Ah, it's the time of the day. It's the time of the day. Nice. Well, changing the time of the day with 30 seconds would look a bit weird, but okay. And cloud color, I don't know if this one is also from 0 to 1, but who cares? Okay, so every 30 seconds we will generate a random weather. GG! Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Randomize fog color. Was there fog color as well? I think it was no, it was fog density and clouds color. Clouds. But yeah, we could do the same with fog. Fog has a color obviously, so we could have a purple rain and a purple fog. Purple rain is famous already. Maybe we can make purple fog famous. Okay, we enter with our... No, this one is stuck. So we need to enter with someone else that is not stuck. Ah, this guy is not stuck. Okay. Okay. So now in theory, every 30 seconds, something should happen. Do we need a clock? I don't know, do we need a clock? Is there a... Yeah, it changed, boys! It changed! Online chronometer. Can I have an online chronometer? Can I have it small? Can I have it like this? No, it's too big. I mean, you are saying, well, you can count to 30, right? Yeah, but I'm too lazy. I wanted to see if something changes every 30 seconds. But I think it will. Wow, we have a super dense fog now. Super dense fog. "23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Well, it's changing, in fact. I got it nearly perfectly. Wow. We are at night. Wow, it's very dark. It's darker than before. I don't need the chronometer. I think it was a good idea, but I really don't need it. Wow, it's so dark, boys. So freaking dark. I'm a bit scared. Let's go where there is the lights. Let's go where the lights are. Aha, it became day, you know, you go to the light of the Temple of Lanx and lights pop up. There is thunder coming in. Holy shit, let's go below this. We're not getting wet, boys. Not getting wet. What will be the next random weather? Aha! Look at that, a lot of fog. I mean, if we have a good transition, I think we could even do it by area, you know, so that a certain area... Because in reality, what you see is just around my character. So... I think you know what is the issue at the moment is that if I open another client, it will have a different weather, because that is done on the client side at the moment. But we can change it. I mean, we can make the server being the master of the weather, the Zeus of this world. But yes, if I'm launching another client, we cannot log in with Cranny Cran because Cranny Cran is freaking stuck. But maybe we can try another one. We can try with this girl. Should not be stuck. I think the server just crashed. Yeah, I think I clicked on her and log in, and the server crashed. No idea why. Yeah, the server is gone. Our server is gone. I don't know why she cannot log in, but for some reason she cannot. So let me just change the coordinate of our Cranny Cran, and so that we have it proper. So characters. Cranny Cran, and it is. Where are you, boys? You're in a bad place, huh? I can save you, man. I can save you. Okay. You are safe now. Okay, so let's log in with the server crashed. Don't know why, but the server really. Can we check the error? Something bad happened. It is the server log. It crashed while loading the character. He tried to do a request of that particular character and he completely crashed. I don't know why. We will have to check it. We changed this code, but spawn actor failed because of collision at the spawn location. So like he's inside a wall or is inside an object, and so he cannot spawn. Well, he should just move it. But again, it is the error that we get. Okay. I mean, I don't think it should crash the server. I mean, it would be too easy to crash the server this way. So this is something that we have to check maybe later on, right? That we properly catch this error and we are not bailing out that one. Yeah, torches will be very useful now because we have real lightning now. We have real lightning, so we don't have any more say simulated light. We have a real one. I mean, real meaning very well calculated. I mean, a real engine is even too much for us, you know. It's doing lights in an incredible way, so we don't need that. Obviously, we like it and we will use it, but it's even too realistic. So Cranny Cran should be fine now. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay. Then I go like here, and then I log in with the other guy. Other guy. Okay. So apart from the beginning, where I think they have the same weather because this is just the way we script it, because the beginning is the same for both. Then, yeah, when we randomize differently because now it's the client deciding, right? Which is the beginning of a cheat, you know, because you could change the weather where you want, but you see it's changing differently. So every client has his own rain and his own weather. Or we can make the server the master of this information and push it to the clients and ensure that we get the same weather. Yeah. I mean, they are both changing, but they are changing the way they want. Wow, a lot of fog. I think the transition is still a bit too quick. I mean, the transition should take a few seconds, but I don't know, 20 seconds, even more. I mean, the transition could even be pretty slow, you know. I prefer a slow transition than a quick transition. At the moment, it's transitioning like in 2 seconds. And then we can have different effects like snow or something else, you know, like sand, wind. I don't know. We can have different stuff. I think the fog should be used rarely, but I mean, it should be used, but not as strong as now. Like at the moment, I see that we have a lot of. Hey man, you look like me. I mean, yeah, you really look like me. It is a mirror, or no? It's not a mirror. If I jump, you don't jump, so it's not a mirror. Suspicious. You are very, very suspicious. Okay, so now, do we want to make it server side? Well, yes, we have to make it server side. How do we want to make it server side? Now, the main issue I have is to decide, you know. Let's try the console. The console is this. I cannot, if I press on this, I open the console. If I press the other one that you said, it does. What is this? Very nice. The one that you said does very weird stuff. What is it? What is this? It's doing what? It's doing tab apostrophe to close and movement location. Tab debug messages. Tab spectator. Nav mesh. 1 behavior 3 2 EOS 3 perception 4 movement mode walking base. Nav path following known montage known. I don't know, it says that if I press 1, 2 and 3 I get more stuff, so 1 is doing nothing. No, 0 it says nav mesh. I would like to see the nav mesh if there is a nav mesh. Oh my god, I see the brain of this guy. I see the brain, and look at that, no controller 257. He's completely brain dead. This guy cannot think. This guy cannot move without the freaking player controlling him. Okay. This guy has no brain at all. Okay, that's pretty cool. 2 behavior 3. What is? I'm pressing 2, but it's doing nothing. 3 EOS, 4 perception. How does this work? Do you know how this works? I mean, how can I see the... I really want to see the nav mesh. I really want to see the nav mesh. It says a 0 nav mesh, but... Control tilde hard. Control tilde hard. Control tab, debug messages. Tab, spectator. Holy fuck. I went below the thingy. Ah! I can move without being on him. I can go now in the tower. I can fly. I can fly. I wanted to go here. Actually. I can fly, boys. But look at this texture, it's not too bad. I mean, if you look at this thing, considering it's been made like 10 years ago, I mean, it doesn't look bad, right? It looks pretty cool, actually. It looks pretty cool, it's not bad. I want to go on top of the tower. There's a lot of fog though, I can't see shit. On top of the tower. Can I go inside the tower? Yes I can, but it's empty because this was another level. What is this thing? What is this thing? No idea. No idea. Okay, we are at the top of the tower, which is pretty cool. There are two brain dead people there. Why two? There should be only one. Ah, one is me. Fuck. I'm brain dead as well. One is me. One is me without brain. Look at that. It's an empty thing. It's a green. It's a green goblin. No, there is another one. Ah, no, it's not me. It's not me. It's the NPC. Ah, the NPC is stupid. I know. I know, but my character is not stupid. You say? Look at that. My character has a brain. Okay, so we can do this. We can do tab spectator. I understand that. I really want to do 0 nav mesh, but press 0. Maybe 0 on the numpad. Oh! It activated now. It's green. Is there a nav mesh? Please show me a nav mesh. Show me a nav mesh, boy. It doesn't show it to me though. EOS. What the fuck is EOS? For perception. But 0 does nothing. I don't see the nav mesh here. What, there is no nav mesh today? I mean, there must be a nav. These people are walking on stuff. Maybe the nav mesh is not generated. I have no idea. But this thing is pretty cool. Thanks you for showing me. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I can see. Oh, it's night now. Holy fuck. It's pretty cool the fact that I can detach from this hero and move, you know, and then attach again. And it's pretty cool. Oh my god, the thunder is just insane. What happens if I right click on him? If I right click on him, can I speak with him? No, I cannot, he's stupid. I can look his character description. Cannot attack him yet. But anyway. Menu pops up. It's not too bad. Hello, man. It's me and you now, but in the future there will be a lot of people here, I tell you. Don't believe it? Don't believe it? You don't look like you believe it. There will be a lot of people in this place, I tell you. It's just me and you now, but there will be a lot of guys, a lot of girls, all here. No? You don't look very convinced. Okay. Fine. This guy doesn't speak much. Okay, so what do we want to do now? We tested a bunch of stuff, which is very nice. We made a weather random, so let's check the console. Yeah, if I go here, if I type tilde, I go into a console, and this console I think is the one that is disabled for normal players, right? And I can type stuff like, I don't know, FPS or stats FPS, I don't remember what is it, like stats FPS. I remember a stat FPS, but no, it's not that. Stats something. I mean, you can. There are a lot of commands here. Wow, I typed help and he sent me to a web page. which is actually this one. I typed help and console commands, console variables. 1922 commands in the console. Holy shit, boys. Holy shit. Are you serious? 1922 commands in the console? Holy moly. Wow. There are so many that some don't even have help, you know, because it is automatically generated, which is a good idea, by the way. So you can change the logs, you can change a lot of stuff, huh? Yeah, now the problem is knowing which ones are the relevant ones, but maybe we can filter at the beginning, you know. It says all renderer, sound, timer, network. Like network, I would like to know network information, like how much network I'm using. That would be very, very, very nice to see. Net package map, debug all, debugs package map serialization of all objects. Holy shit. Let me try this. I set it to 1. Now, I set it to 1. Now, what is doing? I'm expecting the log to see the log here in the console, or I'm expecting it to see it in the window. Let me quit the other client, by the way, because I have too many clients open. Am I expecting to see the debug console help? A console variable is an engine. Debug all. Interesting. Okay, boys, I think we did good progress anyway. Good progress. Also, we are learning more about the engine, thanks to you that you are telling me what to do. Package debug all. He typed 257 for some reason. We open the stats window. No. So I click on stuff like this. Oh yes, it's printing more stuff. Save window layer. No, these are my prints out. Anyway, I will check this page and maybe we can, you know, learn something more about sorry, I was yawning. Learning something more about like the network, I would be very interested. Game is only 3. Debug trace. Debug camera trace complex. Scalability, slate, physics. Slate is the UI. Physics, show flag, particle system. It's so much. It's pretty cool anyway. The renderer is a 766. Only for the renderer. Oh my god, imagine programming this from scratch, you know. Imagine programming this from scratch, man. It's insane. It's insane. No, we're getting a lot of content from this engine. That's the good part, right? That's the good part. Okay, boys, I don't know. I don't know if I want to start something now or just close the stream like this, because starting something now, I think I will go nowhere. I think we tested a lot of the weather system. I think what we should do, we should check in the old code the weather manager, which is this guy. we have a class called weather manager. We should move it over, or maybe just remake it completely. I don't know, because I think it will be completely different. But yeah, maybe we should just remake it, because this weather manager, what it was doing was, I mean, was using stuff completely different. Well, probably the only thing that it still does properly is the time of the day. Yeah, I think we can keep it for this, because actually the time of the day is queuing every hour a change in the time. Yes, because our time is changing from hour to hour. We didn't do it more granular, just every hour is changing. So, but maybe we can leave this. It's also saving the game time to, yes, it's saving the game time when you stop the server, and it's loading it again when you restart. So at least when you restart, you have the same time of the day, which I think well, you have the same time of the day where you stopped the server. So I think it makes sense. That is what it's doing, is starting the weather, but all of this will have to be changed, completely changed. So this function, I think we just empty out and just call our blueprints, right? Just call our blueprints. Then there is a stop weather. It's updating the client. All of this is completely different. Send the client game time, broadcast game time, broadcast time, super client, handle weather events. Maybe this function we can keep it just in terms of name, but the content will be completely different. So you see, we had the same. We have the fog density. We had like similar concept. Actually, we had the fog color. We had the fog color. Set the fog color. Well, it was 525 everywhere, so it was just a white one. And then what else? What else he was doing? Nothing. He was just handling the different cases where there was fog, where there was rain, where there was lightning. You see here lightning as well. So he was doing the same. We are already doing it now in blueprints. Then he had his event, checking these things, and that's it. Yeah, I think we can just redo it, or just take the skeleton, just for the sake of taking or keeping the skeleton, but we will just redo it. Now the question is if we want to do it in blueprints completely, because we could just trash this class and just do it in blueprints server side, and then send the information to the client. I have to think about it. I don't know. I think I like to have all the managers in C++, so that I can manipulate them more heavily, So, but actually the blueprints are working very well. So maybe we can keep that as well. We can keep the blueprints. Okay, so I think we can call it a day. We did some stuff. We fixed the upload of the character, and yeah, the character creation when we enter in game. We fixed a few things there. We tested all the weather system, and we know now we can trigger it randomly. It's actually triggered. I think I will save it like this, because I think I like it to be changing every 30 seconds. I think it's very cool. Maybe we can have it change it every minute, maybe not every 30 seconds, right? Yes, I think I will do that, because maybe every 30 seconds start to be annoying, but every minute, obviously just in our test. Then we will do it with the real server, but random weather, let's say every 60 seconds. I think it's fine. I would like to find a way to make the transition a bit smoother. I don't know if it's this apply 1, apply 2, apply 3. This interpolate, I think, you see, because I think he's applying something, then he has a delay, and then he's applying something else. It looks like a fade between one condition and the other. Get player pawn, get actual location, set actual location, get vector parameter, set for color and density, time, set material parameters on skybox. It's all getting interpolated by time somehow. Cloud opacity, make linear calls. I have no idea. Set intensity of directional light. It's doing a lot of stuff in this apply 1, apply 2, apply 3. I don't know if they are actually used, or maybe they were just previous tests. They now are not used anymore, but I have no idea. I have no idea. It's a very nice skybox, by the way. It's moving. I don't know how big is this thing. I mean, I don't know if is it really a skybox? I mean, like BP Sky. Static mesh component. It's actually a mesh. It's actually a mesh. It's this thing. I don't know how big is this, if it's moving with the player or not, but I cannot find any size information. Screen size 0.7, triangles, vertices, blah blah blah. Approximate size 128 by 128 by 64. I don't know. I don't know really. Wireframe. There it is. Lit. Unlit. Okay, fine. Cool. BP Sky. What did we do to BP Sky? We changed the. Yes, we just updated the. We updated that thing. Okay, fine. I think we can check this in Subversion, and that's it. That's it, boys. So unfortunately, tomorrow I'm traveling, so I will not be here. The next day the same. The next day the same. So unfortunately, we will see each other only on Friday. So there will be no other stream between now and Friday, and unfortunately also no advancement in the game from now to Friday. So I didn't read your messages. Randomized for the torch. The light effects on the lantern is nice. Yes. Google for you for color. There are examples of coloring and doing other stuff. Okay. The sun still want to stay when reliable. Yes, we want the sun to be a bit blue. Now, I mean, this skybox is a test. It's not that we need to keep it exactly as it is, but I think it's a very good test for what it is now. But I think we can change it later on. Maybe the clouds will be slightly different. The color will be different. Yes, we may have more of a bluish light. What is the problem is that if we really do a light that is blue, all our textures are going to shit because people are drawing textures like under the sunlight, so with normal colors, but if you apply blue light on top of those, everything will look blue, like the clothes, the faces, the skin. I think we can change the sky so that it looks like you can see the rocks on top, and you can see maybe in the middle a kind of a crystal or something, or like a shiny thing in the middle. But changing the light in the game, apart from making it darker or brighter from the day to the night, I think is very dangerous, because if you make it more blue, yeah, everything fucks up. You will see everything blue and will look very strange. Now we could do a game that is very strange, why not? But I don't know if it will be well received, by people. Maybe we can have certain areas that use a different light, and then yes, but I would not do it as a default. I would not do it as a default. Okay, I will check in everything, and with that said, I think I leave you. I think I leave you for now. So we'll see each other on Friday. We'll see each other on Friday, and be here so we can continue. And that's it, boys. Bye bye. Bye bye.